Ref.Rap, high school football, survey of NFHS football, officials code of ethics, found in Appendix G. Ref.Rap is subordinate to the Federation in the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Ref.Rap is a supplement and complement to your exhaustive study of the NFHS rules book and OHSAA rulings. Even though its amiable intent is to fortify and reinforce rules and its interpretations, the Federation and OHSAA official publications take precedence. Do you enjoy rules study? Can you remember and recall them on the field when you need them? Let Ref.Rap's interactive tools and tutorials be your conduit to comprehension through our time-tested Track to Train. The Officials Code, again found in the Federation Rules Book Appendix G. Although seen as a given, it is commonly overlooked and taken for granted. However, this is foundational. It is our benchmark, our standard, at least for the season and for the crew itself. Looking at our IPO or Inputs Process Outputs chart for a quick outline or a quick view of identifying what needs to come in and what we need to decide and give as an outcome. For the process of the Officials Code of Ethics, the inputs are RAMP, rules, acumen, mechanics, and philosophy. The input information for rules is Appendix G of the Federation's rulebook. An acumen is the avocation and our commitment to service that we foresee as officials. The mechanics we need to look at for Ohio officials, please refer to the Gold Book on professionalism and game control. And from a philosophical standpoint, look at either the Federation Officials Handbook or the Ohio High School Athletic Association Officials Handbook. Those provide us our input information. These inputs then shape our output. The output, your response, your decision are the 4 A's. Authorize, assess, adjudicate, and administrate. How we assume authority for an official's code of ethics is continually developing ourselves and developing the athlete. How do we assess these? By minimizing risk and maximizing safety. How do we adjudicate? By always being comport and diffusing situations accordingly. And the reason why it says defuse is because of the military concept of when you're truly defusing an explosive ordinance, an explosive situation in this case. And then how do we administrate? One of our key rules for administration is to be punctual and to always be professional. Analyzing the code itself. First off, please read the code in full. If we break it down, we look at these keywords. And the keywords are develop. We need to continue to develop ourselves and are the vital part of the student's athlete's educational development as well. We need to be responsible, self-disciplined, and independent. We need to master the rules and mechanics. Be cooperative and constructive in all situations, with your associations, with your assigners, with administrators, and so forth. In your interactions, make sure that they are done with the utmost honor and dignity. Comport yourself. Always behave, always conduct yourself accordingly, and be self-disciplined. Be punctual and professional in all situations. Conduct yourself accordingly. Minimize risk and maximize safety. Recognize those emergencies such as concussion, weather emergencies, etc. And be cautious and be careful of any media or any type of feedback regarding officials especially, and all other considerations which go within the game or the avocation itself. When in doubt, be self-controlled. Be a civil engineer, not a combat engineer. A civil engineer builds an edifice. A combat engineer blows it up. Silence cannot be misquoted, as stated many times by our honored John Maine. When in doubt, make sure that you support and build up the system and people. Do not supplant them. When in doubt, be selfless. Yes, we must have a good football IQ to be good officials, but as well, and just as important, we need to have a sound emotional quotient, EQ, at the same token. Have high emotional intelligence. Make sure that you're good at the soft skills to defuse those situations. For our Learning Interactive tool, or LIT, we will have a fill-in-the-blank process. If you look at the link there, it'll go to Google's form, and for fun and play, we will go through those items to just reinforce what we have learned from the Code of Ethics, again in Appendix G of the Federation Handbook. We also do a fun and playful role play to help in those situations, to help to, again, defuse situations. We're excited. The NFHS Football Rules Book, the NFHS Football's Casebook, the NFHS Football Simplified and Illustrated, the OHSAA Approved Football Officiating Mechanics, Regulations, and Rules Philosophies, also known as the Gold Book, the OHSAA-FB.com, Uniform and Equipment Requirements from the NCAA, the home of the YDFOA, or the Youngstown District Football Officials Association, MahoningOfficials.com website, and my grandchildren. In review, questions and answers. Was this a good summation of the rule, or the Code of Ethics in this case? Is it understood? Did you learn something new, or did we get refreshed? Does it have meaning for you now? If you can answer yes and quickly recall these, we've had a successful course. Thank you, my colleagues and peers, for your time, care, and commitment to the officiating avocation. Take care, have a great season, and utilize the code.